Hi everybody, well I thought I'd better do a quick Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 Warzone video, because obviously the new Warzone is out. I played it a few times last night after a couple of hours worth of downloading it, and I've got to say it feels really good. The map looks great, the movement looks great. Going back to the map actually, I know a few commentators have said it's a bit like a cross between Verdansk and Warzone 2.0, and I'd probably agree with that, because there's some open areas but there's lots of buildings as well. They look really lived in and apocalyptic as well, the buildings, which I think is pretty good. You know, stuff has gone down in this area, which I really like, so the setting is very nice. There's a few teething problems at the moment, things like the audio doesn't seem to be working very well, especially for footsteps, and also the loadouts aren't working when I played. That may well have been fixed by today with a hotfix, so if you went up to a loadout crate it just had default loadouts and it didn't have your special ones. And what's quite cool as well is they now have there's a few differences. So now you actually have perk packs that you can pick up from crates, so instead of having to wait for your loadout to come in to pick up your perk pack so you can get your ghost and all that sort of stuff, you can actually pick up a perk pack that's got various interesting things in. And I thought that was an interesting new tactical choice. They've still got the same problem that when you open a box or kill someone, all the bits splash out everywhere, and they don't seem to splash out in a big enough circle for me. A lot of the time the stuff seems to be lying on each other. But again, that's part of the fun, isn't it, of Warzone, the fact that if you kill somebody you need to be very quick with your looting, because you know someone else is coming up behind you to shoot you, or just playing solo missions. And compared to, say, Caldera, which ran absolutely terribly even on my Xbox Series S, this seems to be running very smoothly. This seems to be 60 frames a second all the time. Didn't really notice any slowdowns and drops. Ignore anything like you see that in the gameplay that you watch on my videos on YouTube, because a lot of the stutters that you see are actually introduced by video editing processes, or actually more accurately the capturing process introduced stutters. So it looks like Warzone is back, and to be honest I would probably be playing a lot more of it if the Zombies mode just wasn't so good. Honestly, Zombies in Modern Warfare 3 is absolutely brilliant. In fact, even this morning before I recorded this video I jumped in because I've got a mission story task I've got to do where I've got to heal other players. So I just jumped into a random squad and ran around, and we had a great laugh, sort of just doing random contracts, dipping into the tier 2 area, because the problem with Warzone, and this isn't just Warzone, this is Battle Royales in general, is that if you die you come out with nothing, don't you? I mean, okay, so you gained a bit of XP, and you've leveled up the guns or the stuff that you've used, which is nice, but it can leave you with a hollow feeling, especially if the way that you die feels cheesy. And I think this is where a game like PUBG's Battle Royale has the jump on COD's Warzone, because the problem with Warzone is that some of the deaths can feel cheesy. Now, maybe it was because last night, because the footstep audio wasn't working properly, so I couldn't hear people. But there's lots of ways within Warzone and Call of Duty where you can inflict cheesy deaths on other people. So you've got things like the heartbeat sensor, so people can tell where you are. You've got UAVs, so people can tell where you are. You've got the gas masks, which means that people can come in behind you in the gas. Now I know PUBG does have the blue zone backpack, doesn't it, to protect you from that, so okay, maybe that's null and void that particular. You've got airstrikes that you can call in, and these sorts of things. You've got thermal scopes, so you can see people hiding in bushes and stuff like that, which means that sometimes you think that the only real good tactical decision to make when you're playing Warzone is to keep moving and be aggressive. You know, that's the way to win, because if you keep moving and you're aggressive, it doesn't matter if people see you on UAVs or heartbeat sensors, because they'll be able to, you won't be where they thought you were. You can equip like the sneaky sneakers, so your footsteps are really quiet, or they're non-existent in Warzone at the moment, so you can rush people and jump people without them knowing. And it feels that if you make the tactical decision to play more conservatively, you will be punished for that. and for like an older gamer who doesn't have the twitch reflex skills that you younger players have, you know, that does it does kind of push me away from the game a little bit, but it wouldn't push me away as much if zombies wasn't so good, because I know I can jump into zombies and have a similar kind of experience of jumping into this big world, running around, killing lots of things, having lots of fun. But it's PvE, you know, it's co-op everywhere. So I would say if you were a fan of Warzone, but maybe came out away from it for Caldera, maybe Warzone 2, definitely check out Warzone Modern Warfare 3. It looks really good. It plays really good. Obviously, it's free. But I would also really highly recommend the Zombies mode in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Now, I know Modern Warfare 3 is not a cheap game to buy, and would I recommend buying Modern Warfare 3 just for the Zombies mode? I think you've got to be a bit of a fan of multiplayer as well. Maybe. But it is really good. I am enjoying it an awful lot. It's the game that I think, if I've got a spare hour, or, well, half an hour, 45 minutes, yeah, I'll jump in and play a game of zombies. But there we go. Warzone is back. It's good. It's everything that a COD Warzone, COD Battle Royale should be. And you know, the COD engine, it's brilliant, isn't it? I love running around these big areas in Call of Duty. Call of Duty just looks so good, you know. I mean, maybe it doesn't have the visual fidelity of, say, the Battlefield engine does. But Frostbite, that is, isn't it? But it still has its own flavour and its own feel, and I really like it. So check it out. It's free, and I'm sure I will be playing more of it once I've got rid of my zombies fix. Anyway, that's enough from me. What do you think? Put your questions in the comments down below, and I will, of course, see you again soon.